Good morning, YouTube land people out there. What are we doing today? Well, we've got the Mav R, and we've been talking about the transmission tune, and oh, look at that exhaust. Sorry about that. So we're going to go out and we're going to test the transmission tune. We're going to start off on 91 with the transmission tune. And I don't know if you guys saw EVO's video, but the 91 is not going to be quite as aggressive on the transmission tuning. Then we're going to bump up to E85. Got me some E85 here. And we're going to try the transmission tune on E85. So we're going to hit the road. Right now it's planned to be a day trip. We're going to go to Oceano Dunes, and we're going to meet up with some other folks there, and we're going to do some riding. All right, we made it to the beach. Waiting in line. We'll be on there shortly. Should be a good day. A little bit overcast right now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I think it should burn off. So how many places in the United States can you camp on the beach, ride on the beach, drive on the beach, surf on the beach, swim on the beach, and have this much fun? There's Uriah. You guys know him.
If you want to...
So we're going to go out and take this thing for a spin. A couple purposes of today's ride. Like I said, we have the new transmission tune. So we're gonna, first, the car's got 91 in it, so we're gonna see how the transmission tune works with the 91. Plus, I've never used the 91 tune out in the sand, so I'm curious to see how that does. Gonna have some fun with that. And then we're gonna put it over to E85 and see how that runs, which I know how good it runs with E85, but we're going to see what the transmission tune does. See if this thing's any more playful than what it's already become. All right, let's see how this thing does. Put ourselves back in high range. Let's just stay two-wheel drive for now. I'm hoping you guys will be able to hear me when I talk. We'll see how this goes. Remember, I'm at 91, so the shift points really don't seem to be that much higher. There might not be that much shift at all, which I feel, but I do believe they do raise the mind pressure. Definitely held that third gear for a lot longer. Well, I have to say, even with the 91, it did raise the shift point. Yeah, it's downshifting a little more aggressive too. There's definitely a different feel in the transmission than just 91. I'm not going to get too aggressive out here right now because I am riding by myself at the moment. Alright, I'll find some good places to ride. We'll come back. Alright, I'm finishing up my 91 dune ride here.
and it's doing really good. Yeah, it's impressive. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna put some E85 in here now and see how it does. Before we do that, I'll give you guys a quick rundown on how the launch control works. Get my rental people here. Okay. Let's work on we're going to work on how we set the RPM level for the launch control. The way we do that is you want to put the ignition on with the car. So, ignition on, you're going to hold the light switch down and keep holding it down. And see, it says 4,500 RPM. Now I'm down here with my foot on the throttle, and you can see I'm going to play with it here and see it's gone down. 2350 is the minimum, and now I'm pushing down my foot, and I'm going to raise this up to like 4,500. I'm noticing playing with the different RPMs that it seems like these Maverick R's with this kind of transmission, 4,500. So I'm 4,500, let go, and it locked in at 4,500. So we're going to double check that. Yep, 4,500. So it seems that these cars like a higher launch RPM than what my X3 was. I mean, my X3, I can run 3,500 as a launch, and it's not a drag car, it's a dune car. And 3,500 launch was a lot. This here, you go 4,000, 4,500, and it feels like 3,000 on an X3 almost. So, again, that's on the 91 tune. We're going to switch over to the E85 tune and see how it does on that one. So, okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to put the launch control into practice here. So, we're going to start the car. You want to make sure you're in Sport or Sport Plus. For the sake of the video, I'm going to go into Sport. Okay, we're going to put foot on the brake hard. Put this thing into first gear, and then you're going to hit the engine mode. You want to hold down the engine mode until you see launch control down here. So holding it down, 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 launch on. Now I gives the throttle, and you'll hear it. You hear that two-step? Okay, we'll do it one more time just so you can see it. So we're going to go into first. Foot remains on the brake. Hold the E button down. Holding it down, holding it down, holding it down, holding the E, holding the E, holding the E. Launch on. Foot is still on the brake. Now I can give it some throttle. And you hear it going into that launch control two-step. I got it set at 4,500. Put off the brake. And she goes. So, all right, let's get this thing back to the camp, and we're going to put some E85 in it.
You like that shirt? All right, so we got some riding in with the 91 tune, with the new transmission tune. We also did some launch controls on 91. Car's doing good. This is the first time I've had it in the dunes running a 91 tune, and man, it's pretty darn good. I mean, it's very playful. You know, the playful stuff's like, you know, taking it off the top of a dune, doing a little, you know, blip over a wheelie and that kind of stuff. But anyway, we're going to now, I got my jiggler out, fuel tank, and we're going to siphon out what 91 fuel is left in the car, and we're going to put E85 in there, change the tune over to E85, and we're going to see how that one goes.
All right, so we got our E85 loaded up now, and got the system purged. Sent about a little over half tank E85. We got it warmed up and everything. We're going to go out and do some trail riding here. One thing I'm curious about is the launch control. What's the set at? So on the 91, you saw that we set it, I think it was at 4,500, something like that. So let's see what when we change the tune, if it changed the launch control. Oh, still at 45. So we're good. Well, no. Yep, still 45. All right. All right, we'll get back on the ride.
Okay, let's watch that part again. I want you to notice something. Okay, I'm in automatic mode here. So the motor's bogging right here. I'm going to motor up to this dune. It's going to be a second, and then before I hit the dune, I'll be in third. So I'm just going to be bogging up this dune in third. But halfway through the dune, I'm going to punch it. It's going to shift down to second instantly, and the RPMs are going to go up to 8,800 RPM without hesitation. This is the big difference with the transmission tune. It's this kind of instant throttle response that, dare I say, makes it act more like a CVT, but it does make the car a lot more playful.
Okay, so we're riding with the E85, and the thing is doing awesome. It's doing awesome. I burned up, I don't know, I had over half a tank, just a few miles because I got my foot in a lot. So I just want to show you guys what it looks like on E85 with the launch control. So, foot's on the brake, I'm in gear, E button. Got to hold that down for a bit. Holding the E, holding the E, holding the E, holding the launch is on. Okay, keep my foot on the brake. I'm going to give some throttle. It's going to go to about 4,500. You're going to hear the two-step going on, and then I'll do a little launch. And you guys probably won't be able to tell the video the difference between the 91 launch and the 85 launch, but maybe I can portray with the super fans. Here we go. Very cool, very cool. What I do notice is it doesn't have that initial fog like before. It would fog just a bit. It's interesting. I got to see what I'm going to do about these sand tires. What I'm told from people following me is it's just sitting on top, and it's taking a while to kind of slingshot and get going because it's just spinning on top so much, and it's not digging in and going. So we're going to get it back to the trailer, and we'll get this finished out.
All right, we're all loaded back up. The strap in the front end and crisscrossing the straps to help hold it tucked front and back. That worked out really well. It's about I don't know, close to 200 mile trip each way, and survived really well doing like that. So I like it. I like it. Look at this place. Look at that place. Beautiful. Hate to lose this as a riding area. That would be sad. Make sure you guys support Friends of Oceano Dunes. They're working really hard to keep this place open for all of us to enjoy. All right, so thoughts on the E85 with the launch control and the transmission tuning compared to the 91 with the launch control and the transmission tuning. You know, what little I drove it on 91 before, I feel like it's got more power now. The transmission tuning is just, I guess because it's riding higher in the RPM band, there's more power, more free power up there. So even though, let's say it's making the same peak power as it was before, well, now I'm actually using that peak power. So, you know, let's call it 20 horsepower more, just because of the transmission tuning. 85, I mean, the power was good before. You know, my last trip, the E85 was at Glamis. This trip, the E85 is at Pismo. I mean, it's almost like the car's too big for this area. But man, it's just a screamer. You know, on and off throttle, in and out of dunes. It was just ready to go. It was on the RPMs. It felt like it was running like in a 10,000 RPM range. Was kind of what it was acting like. You're always up in the RPMs. Of course, it's only running 7, 8, 9,000 RPM, whatever. But it's good stuff. Good stuff. If you're on the fence about it, do it. Do you have to have it? No. Is it more fun? Yeah. So we're gonna hit the road. We got a long ride back, and close out the video. Thank you again for subscribing. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It keeps me encouraged, get these videos coming out. I'm still learning the whole bit, you know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm getting a lot of positive messages from you. Please keep them coming. I do like those. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get that subscriber list up there, and thank you so much. So for now, from Oceano Dunes, aka Pismo Beach, California, we'll see you on the next video.